so pretty, 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 pretty.
I just ended my 10th week of my Zepbound injections. And I am happy to say, you guys, I have lost 37.2 pounds in 10 weeks. I started this journey on February 24th of this year. And as of Monday, today's Wednesday, so as of Monday, I weighed in at 233.0 pounds. So 37.2 pounds, guys. I could not have imagined that Zepbound would work so well for me, but I'm so glad that it is working. And, you know, as far as the 7.5, I think for my body, the 7.5 is absolutely amazing. It has worked so well. The appetite suppression is definitely top tier. It's kind of reminiscent of my 2.5 experience, although the 2.5 suppression was good, but because I was new to it, it was great. This is absolutely fantastic. For some reason, the 5 milligram was not as effective for me. Now, granted, like I shared with you guys in other videos, it could have been the injection site. And I just want to say, to all of you content creators out there that are sharing your experience, it has been really helpful to me because the injection site has really changed the game for me. So instead of, like, I got really comfortable injecting in my stomach, like super comfortable. And I was going from side to side, but I did not realize, even though I had heard it several times before, but I did not realize what a difference it would make. So when I first tried a different injection site, I tried the back of my arm. And then the next week I did the opposite arm. And then on Monday I injected in my thigh. And it has been great. So I'm just going to kind of do like a cycle, you know, arm, leg, stomach. I'm going to do it that way because it really seems to make a huge difference. So if you guys haven't injected in different spots, please do. And who knows why that works. I'm like curious to know, but it really works. So I'm going to continue to do that. As far as side effects go, you guys, I've been really lucky. I have had minimal side effects. You know, I've had little stuff going on like my, runny nose all the time. I'm not sick. Just have a runny nose all the time. And you know what? It happens primarily after I eat something. As soon as I eat something, 15, 20 minutes later, my nose is running like crazy. It'll last for, I don't know, about maybe an hour. And then after that, it goes away until I eat something else. So who knows if it's Zepbound related, but it never used to happen before. So I'm just going to chalk it up to could be a mini side effect. Don't know. I haven't had any nausea or anything like that. I haven't had any digestive issues. Every now and then my stomach will growl super loud, and that'll happen for about 10 or 15 minutes and then it goes away. I know a lot of people that are experiencing some pretty heavy side effects, but I've been really lucky. So I don't know. I guess it just works different for different people, but I've been blessed in that way. Also, with side effects, I've had, chills, stuff like that. Again, not sure if that is Zepbound related. They say that once you're starting to lose weight, you seem to be cold all the time. That could be it. I don't know. But, that's about it. One of my subscribers sent a question to me. Shout out to Gastronomist. And asked if I found myself demotivated or having a lack of interest in things that used to once excite me. And I can't really say that I've experienced that, but I can say that I've definitely experienced being restless. not finding anything that really holds my attention. So on Saturday, I was just all over the place. I tried to watch a movie on Saturday. The first 10 minutes in, I was like, I don't want to watch this. And then turned something else on, and I was like, I don't want to watch this. And I did that about 5 or 6 times before I finally got frustrated and just turned the TV off and started doing something else. Typically I'm really focused when I'm doing a project, but I can't seem to focus on much of anything at this present moment. Not sure if that's a Zepbound side effect or not, but definitely something different in my life that I've noticed. And it's frustrating because I don't get things done that I need to get done. But outside of that, again, I've been pretty lucky. So with side effects, that is. I have one more 7.5 shot left for this month. And my doctor basically said, let me know how you're doing on it, and we'll make a determination whether we increase your dosage after this next week. But I think because 7.5 is working so well, I want to give it another month, because you don't necessarily have to titrate up if your current dosage is working for you. So, and of course there is like that thing that's like, well, if you increase in dosage, then it might increase the weight loss. There's that, little angel on my shoulder just whispering in my ear telling me that. But I think I want to go ahead and just give my body some time to get acclimated to the 7.5, because I have absolutely no complaints with it. And my doctor also said that she sees an increase in side effects in the higher dosage patients. So since 7.5 is working wonderfully for me, I'll probably stay there. Will probably be the best bet, at least for now. I am still eating less than 1,000 calories, on average 1,000 calories per day. But because the 7.5 is working so well, I can't always eat a whole lot at any sitting. I can't even eat a whole protein bar anymore. But as you guys know, I am a vegetable lover, love vegetables, however they're prepared, but they don't really have a lot of protein. So because I can't eat as much as I used to be able to eat as far as the vegetables go, now I have to replace anything I eat with some protein heavy options. So because I don't eat chicken, beef, pork, lamb, or anything like that, I typically try to remain pretty plant-based outside of shrimp and fish. I do try to incorporate those into my diet at least 2 to 3 times a week, but still staying away from the other meats. So with that, I have been, trying recipes and, trying different chickpea recipes and tofu recipes. A lot of them are not like great, but I'm learning some different things and trying some different things out, substituting some things. And I'm going to share those recipes with you guys too, as soon as I get, the proper ingredients down to where everything works out. It's been fun. It's been really fun with this whole journey. I've definitely learned some new cooking skills, and that's super exciting. And it's like, you know what? Knowing that there are all these options out there, there is really no reason to be fat, is what I tell myself. It really isn't, because you don't have to eat bread. I haven't had bread since I started this journey. So, almost 3 months without bread. And you know what? I don't miss it. I haven't had any sugar, raw sugar, in 3 months. And you know what? I don't miss it. Haven't had any pasta, no alcohol, nothing like that since I started this Zepbound journey. And you know what, you guys? I don't miss it. And that's really exciting, because when I do decide to get off of Zepbound, I now have some really delicious options to choose when making a meal. And I'm going to keep on trying to learn different things. And because, you get bored. You get bored after a while with certain stuff. So it's good to have, you know, a couple of options in your toolbox to choose from when it comes to eating something. I have to focus, really focus on protein. And you guys know I make all these nerdy spreadsheets all the time. And I made this spreadsheet right here. And right here, I have all of the heavy protein items. So I put this on my refrigerator. Okay, so I go and select from one of these options, or two or three rather, of these options when it's time to do meal prep and meal preparation. So, and as I find things that I like that are protein heavy, I'll add those to the spreadsheet. And I try to keep it in sight, so I can just go and, you know, scan it and go and make something and stay pretty protein heavy. I had an appointment with my dietitian yesterday, and she asked me about water intake, and I was like, that's just always my worst thing, and I'm not doing great with it. But as has been my challenge throughout this whole thing. But you know, she gave me a tip, and she said that when you go to drink water, just commit to 10 gulps instead of 2 or 3. And that will increase your intake. So that's a great idea. And I started it yesterday, and we'll see what happens. You know, we'll see if that, you know, increases my water intake. And I try to, I have like this thermos, like this cup that's about that big. Okay, so I don't put any ice in it. I just put all water. And I know that is 64 ounces. So if I can finish that throughout the day, I'm super pleased and excited with my water intake for the day. But again, like I told you guys before, it's just not something I think about, you know. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works. But yeah, guys, so that is my end of week 10 update. 37.2 pounds down, weighed in at 233 even. I can't tell you guys how exciting it is to look at that scale and to constantly see the numbers going down. It is just, I feel so good about my decision to get on Zepbound. I know a lot of people out there who are weight challenged are looking for options. And I would testify that Zepbound is definitely an option that should be on your short list of considerations. I even sleep better, which is great, because you guys know that Zepbound was approved for sleep apnea. So that could be the medication too. That could be the weight loss, or a combination of both. Either way, I'm getting a really good night's sleep. So I'm super, super grateful about that, because, you know, if you don't get a good night's sleep, it's like your whole day can be ruined. But yeah, so anyway, guys, thank you for checking in with me again. And I'll get with you guys next week. Bye.
Baby girl, you are so pretty, pretty.